Alrighty, welcome back to Final Fantathon, our quest to casually Let's Play through every single Final Fantasy mainline game, and our Let's Play of Final Fantasy IV. It is so good to have everyone back. How we doing? How we feeling? First off, before we get started, I gotta apologize for last week. The last two episodes had this crazy audio lag. And I put it in the comments, so hopefully everyone noticed that. But yeah, still don't know what that was. Still, still have not figured it out. It wasn't the game. It wasn't my capture card. It wasn't OBS. It was literally some like really crazy Windows bug with the audio out that was causing the audio to be streamed to be lagged, but the audio that I was getting wasn't lagged, so I didn't notice it. So that was unfortunate. Luckily, it was during Final Fantasy IV, where really the only thing that was lagged was like the menus, and not something like Final Fantasy X, where like a cutscene was lagged or something. So, you know, could have been worse. We were fortunate enough. We were fortunate enough to catch it during the Final Fantasy VII stuff, so it didn't screw that up too. If that does happen again, be sure to let me know right away, as soon as you can, so that we can fix it, but I think it was just a fluke, because I've streamed all week and it hasn't happened again, so. But that was pretty weird. Yo, Bill, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, the hype this morning! Alright, hold on, we gotta heal. We're like dead. Oh god, I have like nothing. Can we make it back to the ship? We're about to find out. Holy cow, Billion with the 10 gifted subs. And Patches with the gifted sub as well. Thank you guys so much. I'm just gonna let those roll, because we're just running back to the ship, and hopefully not dying on the way there. I hope you all had a great... Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Never mind. Kane's good. I hope you all had a great week. We had an awesome week. I have been having so much fun. Like, real talk, I'm just having so much fun, like, playing games right now. I was kind of... I don't know... I wouldn't really say I was in, like, a rut. But have you ever just kind of been in that, like, mood where you're just kind of like, you don't feel like playing anything? I'm sure it happens all the time. It happens to me all the time. Luckily for me, I never get, like, 100% bored with games. But I go through these sprees where, like, I only really feel like playing one thing. And it's usually like a multiplayer game that I like. I don't love it, but I like it, and I just play that for a while. Like, I just don't feel like playing anything else. Like, maybe it'll be like Call of Duty or something, and I'll just be like, yeah, let's just play this, or like Borderlands or League of Legends or some multiplayer experience. And I just, at one point, I remember I was playing Valorant at one point a bunch, and oh, you know what? I don't want that. Well, I just didn't feel like playing any like one-player experiences. I just felt like doing that, and that's it. So I was kind of in that mood for a bit. Yeah, and then the backlog grows and grows. The thing is, though, like, my backlog has been huge for a while now. So that doesn't even, like, affect it anymore. It doesn't even matter how big my backlog is. Is there, like... I feel like there's a heal on the ship, and I'm just not seeing it. Because, like, the other ships had heals. There it is. I keep going to inns, but I'm like, dude, there's got to be a heal on the ship somewhere. Are these supposed to be beds? They look like... They look like computer towers. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter that much, because I still want to go shopping. Unless there's, like, a shop on here, too. I don't think so. I was going to go shopping anyways, but... At least now we know that's there. Think of the 500 bits Mandalorian. Like, yeah, they're like sleeping pod, futuristic sleeping pods. Fat Chocobos chilling. So anyways, yeah, I was in like this rut where I was just kind of like, eh. I was playing like one game off and on, but I had this huge backlog and just none of it, I just didn't feel like playing any of it. And then I got the PS5, and I don't know, like, I wouldn't say the PS5 itself, like, revitalized my, you know, whatever you want to call it. Because really the only PS5 game I've played is Demon's Souls, which I'm really liking, but I think what did it was that frickin' Astro's Playroom game. Like, if you have not played that game or watched my playthrough of it, I actually put my whole playthrough on YouTube because the platinum, we got the platinum in one sitting, so my getting the platinum video is actually just the entire game. Man, it really, because I think it's just because it was like a trip down PlayStation memory lane, and that really like made me want to play games, made me want to play PlayStation games. It reminded me of all the great games I've played, and it just like lit a fire. And now we got like so many things that I'm excited to play. I'm super like motivated with my speedruns lately for some reason. That always seems to happen with speedruns. Like, you get super motivated on a run, and then you get burnt out, and then you do other stuff, and then you come back to it, and you get super energized again, and it just like, that's just speedrunning in general. Because speedrunning in itself is very grindy, so it just kind of happens that way. Can I do like... Okay. I want like... Actually, I'll just do 10. So I'm super motivated to do my speedruns right now. I'm really working on the Celeste run and really working on Mega Man 2, which I just recently learned. And that's like super fun, because I thought that run would just completely beat me up, and it is, but at the same time I'm actually getting like runs that are decent. And Mega Man 2 is always just a game that I thought I could never run. So the fact that I can run it gives me like so much motivation to try it and keep trying it. So Mega Man 2 and Celeste feel great, and then there's even some other speedruns that I'm like thinking about, but I don't have time for them. Then we did, we're playing Demon's Souls right now. We're playing this Cyber Shadow game. Oh my god. Dude, if you have not seen, it's called Cyber Shadow, right? I only played it once. Is it? No, it's Cyber Shadow. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's Cyber Shadow. Holy cow. This game, if you're a fan of like, if you're a fan of like NES games, like Ninja Gaiden, but then also like Metroid style, like it, I don't know, it's not very Metroid-y. People kept saying it was Metroid-y. I think it looks Metroid-y, but it's actually not. But, it's like the most NES... It's probably one of the best games to emulate what's good about NES games that I've seen. Because a lot of games that simulate NES game... Oh, the jam. A lot of games that simulate NES games, they just kind of look like NES games, but they don't really play like NES games. Cyber Shadow plays like an NES game. It's like, it's got that clunky movement that's like, not, it feels clunky at first, but then it's so satisfying to master kind of thing. And then it has a soundtrack that completely blew me away. Like, I couldn't even believe how good it was. And then the power-ups in that game. Oh my god. There's a power-up in the game called the Swag Blade. And it's actually called that. It's called the Swag Blade. And it's the greatest power-up I've ever seen in a video game. Truthfully, it is. It's so good. It is so strong, so much fun to use. It's like the most rewarding thing ever to master. It's so cool. The story is like interesting, the graphics are really cool, and it feels like an old style NES game. It's so good. If you're a fan of anything I just said, you gotta try it out. And it's $20. Which, I was already really into indie games the last couple of years. Because, like, why is every fight a freaking ambush? I've always really been into indie games because of, like, the cheaper value, and I usually wait to buy newer games until they're cheaper. So, like, indie games being cheap and being just as fun as AAA games has been a big thing for me. But especially now, when games are like $70, and I just spent $500 on a PS5, and then I bought Demon's Souls for $70, having this, like, amazing quality game for $20 really, like, means so much more now, I think, than it ever has. And it always has meant a lot, but man, it's nice being able to just play a game for $20 and feel like I'm getting so much out of it. So yeah, can't recommend that game enough. It's super good. And then there's like all these games I want to try on PS5. Borderlands 3, the PS5 version, is really nice, and I've been playing that. I just started playing Ghost of Tsushima, so I want to try that on PS5 because I'm sure it looks beautiful. I have not played the Doom Eternal DLC yet. I was just about to when I got my PS5. So now I get to play that on PS5, and Doom Eternal is probably going to be amazing on PS5 just for how action-packed it is. The indie game on PS5 is called Cyber Shadow. So yeah, and then I still have more. Like, I have a whole backlog, but just even just that alone has got me excited. And we have some Fan Day games to play too that a lot of people are excited about. I'm getting a lot of people talking about this game right here. A lot. YouTube and Twitch are both like, "Hey Death, when are you gonna play that Lost Odyssey?" I've heard so much about this. So we're gonna be playing this real soon for a Fan Day. A lot of people. Yo, JC! Thank you so much for the 6 months. And Wit, thank you for the 44. Holy cow. And Bryce, thank you for the 64. And Patience, thank you for the 35. Thank you guys so much. Good to have you here. Also, we have the crazy cutscene every time we go here. Ba, 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 ba. That's cool that it plays that cutscene every time. Alright, time to get smashed again. Because this dungeon does not screw around. Argonar, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it a lot. You asked a question earlier too, and I was in the middle of talking. Oh no, wait. It wasn't you. It was someone else. Oh no, it was you. Did you go back to Final Fantasy VII speedruns? Yeah, so, there's some stuff going on with the Final Fantasy VII speedrun right now. And I was actually already thinking about coming back to reclaim my title on New Game Plus. And since I started, like, thinking about it, some stuff has been happening. Some stuff has been, creeping up. So yeah, we'll see. I'm really motivated to do Celeste and Mega Man 2 right now, so I don't want to drop that motivation. But as soon as I get some extra time, or if I decide to take a break from one of those 2 runs, we might be going back to Final Fantasy VII. It might happen. I do kind of miss Final Fantasy VII runs. They were a lot of fun. They were also very frustrating, but they were fun also. Yeah, we got that pretty quickly after I announced we were working on it. And since then, there's been like 20 or 30 different world records between me, RJ, Diesel, and some other guys. Also, a lot has happened to that route. A lot. New Game Plus, the route started off as basically the same as any %, but you smuggled in some good materia. Now it's smuggle in, sneak attack coin, everything dies in one hit, you leave Midgar and the game ends. So, it's pretty wild. Man, everything just does so much damage down here. Holy cow. Coin strats, OP. Yeah, some of the stuff that's coming out right now is crazy. We're trying to find a way to manipulate the elevator battles in Shinra HQ. There has been found a way. But it's so difficult that, like, no one can do it. So we're trying to find a better way. But, there actually has been found a way. There's also, right now, somebody going through they have a robot basically playing chocobo races over and over again, 24 hours a day for the past, like, 5 days. Trying to find a way to manipulate sneak attack. Which, if there's a way to manipulate sneak attack, that would, like, change everything. That, not really for speedrunning, except if you're doing 100%, but just casually, like, you know how amazing it would be if you could manipulate sneak attack? The most annoying materia to get in the game. We could have a way to, like, get it easily. Or semi-easily. So that would be amazing. So yeah, really cool stuff. I mean, honestly, if the year has a 2 in it, there's something really cool happening with Final Fantasy VII that year. It never stops. It seems like every year, it's just the game that never stops giving. Oh my god, Rosa! Big damage. just smuggle it in. Who was it that said last week, man, Cutman's really let himself go? Cutman got buff. He does look like Cutman. Yeah, year 2999 will be the last year that something big happens in Final Fantasy VII. We'll find out, like, during the intro cutscene how to skip to the credits. And that'll be it. And then in 3002, someone will find out that if you just put the disc in upside down, it just plays the credits right off the bat. You turn on the console and the credits just start playing. Yeah, I'm really fortunate though, because during those times when, like, yo, Rapso, I think it's once to the 1200. All good, man. Thanks for being here for as long as you can be. I'm really fortunate because during those times where I'm in kind of like a rut and I don't really feel like playing single-player, story-driven experiences, I still have the stream, and I'm never bored on the stream. Like, no matter what we play on stream, I'm always having fun. So, and we've always had, or at least for the last little while, we've had Fantathon going on. We always have something going on with Final Fantasy VII. We always have something going on with Trophy Quest. So, I'm never, like, bored with games overall, because I always have the stream, and I'm always enjoying that. But when it comes to, like, me being alone with my game consoles, sometimes you just get in that where it's just like, I don't really feel like playing anything. And then something will happen, you'll hear some news of a game coming out or something, and it'll, like, reinvigorate you again. How's it going, Gordo? If you type !Fantathon into chat, Argonar, you can see all the info. And then if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. But that'll answer most of your questions. How's it going, Ancient? Man, I made it kind of far before I got smashed. That's me with everything, Todd. It's kind of bad. I used to have that problem, like, really, really bad, and then I started making lists, and lists help me out a lot. Whenever I get in that space, either with, like, games or work or whatever, where, like, you just have so many choices, you don't know what to begin with. That happens to me a lot. I am, like, the absolute worst with that. At one point, back when I was making websites, I used to just stare at the screen like, okay, I have 3 websites to make today. Which one should I start with? And then it'd be like 3 hours later. And I'm just like, still staring at my screen. So I started making like lists, and that helps me out a lot. If you make a list of stuff you need to do, either make it like, put the most important stuff at the top, or if you can't decide what's most important, just do it randomly. Just whatever, just write down the stuff you have to do, and then make yourself do it from top to bottom. Even if there's no rhyme or reason to it. Just say, okay, I have to do the first one first, second one second, third one third. And that tends to help me out. Then I just get it done. Ow. The expansions are not included in Fantathon, but you can vote for them to be as part of the bonus games afterwards. We're doing 2 full bonus games, and then 8 games we're going to be doing a few hours of. What's up, Pelican? I went the wrong way. Replace guitar solo with me dying to this dungeon, and you'd be correct. What's up, Twiggy? Back to the lurk with you. How's it going, Wit? I love that every time we get out of a random battle, we get that. Bump, 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 bump. Smack, smack. Come on, Cecil, use your super ultimate sword. I've heard a lot about After Years. Apparently After Years is... okay. Apparently After Years is either really good or really bad. I hear a lot of people talking about it. Well... I remember last time these dragons gave me the business, so... Cruising down the highway, so sweet, she got my head in a spin. Bahamut! Save us! Yo, kicking! 23 months. Welcome back, dude. Ow. They just do so much damage. Why can't I steal from them? They do so much damage and they have so much health. Good thing Kane is like super tank. Let's go, Ifrit. Okay, how does water and fire heal them? I remember last week I tried fire. Or I tried fire and I thought it healed them. So that's why this time I tried water. It's both. They both heal them. It's a steam dragon. Jeez. Oh my god. That's some money. I learned Fatal. I think Cure 3 might be better to use now. Maybe. Maybe not. Beep, beep, beep. Protect. Whoa. That is big strong. Give it to you. Sure is protective. I need it for Rosa. She's squishy. Rydia's squishy too, but Rosa can revive Rydia. Rydia can't revive Rosa. Let's go in Cassio. Oh shoot, did I cast lightning? I wasn't thinking. I just picked the first level 3 spell I saw. Lightning returns. Oh my god, it still did damage, okay. Yeah, sure. The Thunder Dragon takes damage from Thunder, but the Blizzard Dragon heals from Fire. Yeah, that makes sense. I totally am on board with that. And that's a Behemoth. So, what's the over-under that Fatal actually works on this Behemoth? Zero. Yeah, you're probably right on that one. Yep. Yeah, unless we're playing Final Fantasy X. We'll get to that. Yeah, you know, that is something to be said. Granted, like, obviously, I didn't try everything on everything. So your experience might be different than mine, but in my experience, status effects have kind of big blown every game so far in the series. I think there was like 1 or 2 exceptions, but for the most part, it wasn't really worth it trying to get the status ailment on enemies in 1, 2, 3, or 4. Crystal armor. Yeah. Yeah, one of the exceptions would probably be Reflect, which was okay in certain circumstances. But yeah, in terms of like poisoning enemies or death sentencing enemies or confusing enemies or smalling enemies, most everything just seems to be immune. Or it's not worth trying. But again, I didn't try too much because I didn't have much success, so... I mean, in Final Fantasy II, I was too busy casting Ultima to try to level it up until I realized that it sucked. Dude, even Float is annoying because it frickin' wears out every screen. Bam-ba-lam. Whoa, red dragon, bam-ba-lam. Whoa, red dragon, bam-ba-lam. Please kill these dragons, bam-ba-lam. I don't want a game over, bam-ba-lam. Oh my god, that damage. Cecil with the clutch block. Dude. Ow. Bam-ba-lam did 8,000 damage. These things still take so much abuse. Are you ever gonna have something better than Dragoon armor for yourself? Because, like, you are a Dragoon. I'm running out of arrows. Not that I really need them, but... Oh, that's right. You don't even have a bow anymore. You got Stardust. I wish I could sell Sort. It takes up a spot in my inventory. I don't want it. Can I sell it? Can I sell the option to Sort? How many people here would sell the option to sort if they could? And how many people would be like, no, I must sort my items? I mean, come on, you could do it. You could do it without the sort option, you just have to do it manually. I feel like it's worth selling. For how much? $350. Fatal Eye. Count. Okay. I think I figured out why he's called Fatal Eye. Holy cow, how much health! Dude, I do so much damage, but these things have so much health. Please die. Oh my god, he's still not dead. Oh, with 0 on the count. 0 seconds left on the clock. Buzzer beater. Edge, why are you so bad? You are the worst thief of all time. It's supposed to make you, like, afraid. Like, oh no. Oh no, he sentenced us to death, but instead it's just like, wah wah. Listen, are you even a ninja if you can't steal things first? Isn't there like a hierarchy here? He steals lives. I'm just saying, like, I think you gotta be one before you can be the other. Yo, Tony, thank you for the 10 months. Welcome back, dude. It's kind of like being a NASCAR driver, but you don't have your driver's license. Like, do you need a driver's license to compete in NASCAR? Maybe not, but you probably should have one. Like, it's probably... probably should. Yo, Snipes, thank you for the 43 months. Welcome back. Let's get rid of this ice armor. And this. And this. And this. And this. And this. Yeah, big news from Square Enix yesterday. Kingdom Hearts is coming to PC. Which is pretty big news, because it's something that people have like been asking for forever. And also the Kingdom Hearts modding community is like huge, so having the game on PC obviously helps them a ton. It makes a lot of things that weren't possible before possible. So that's really cool. But that's just something that like we've always wondered if they would ever do, so it's cool to see. Yeah, the downside is that it's Epic Store. I believe it's everything. I think they said all the stories so far and Kingdom Hearts 3 are both coming, but I didn't read it all the way through. I heard it from someone else. So I'm not sure, but I think it's everything. Or rather, all the collection games. So that's everything except Days and what's the other one? Days and Recoded are both movies in the collections, but everything else is a game. Remake or otherwise. Doesn't it suck being someone that wants all their games in one spot? Like, how does it feel to just be sad all the time? It's like such an impossibility at this point. I'm the same way, man. I want all my games on my shelf. That's my dream. I want everything on my shelf. That's why I have that website that I'm trying to put all my games on, but it's so hard to like find the time to sit and add all my games to it. But it'd be so nice to have like a database where I can see all my games. But yeah, man, it sucks. I really like the PS5 because I can see all my PS5 games and PS4 games all in one place and have like a nice library that's like all together. It even like puts the PS5 and PS4 cross-gen games like together so you can see everything in one nice little screen. And that's great, but like PS3 games will always suck. I will never know what digital PS3 games I own. The only way for me to know is to log on to my, like, turn on my PS3 and scroll through a list. It sucks. Any game that I own digitally on the PS3, I might as well not even own. It sucks. And then, like, any PC game that I own that's not on Steam, I don't even know I own it. Like, if a game is its own installer, I don't even know I own it. It's in a folder somewhere, who knows. If it's got its own installer, but I don't have a physical box, then I have no idea that I own it. If I have a physical box, then it's on my shelf, and I can go look at it, but... Yo, Pure Mind, thank you for the 25 months. Working as intended. What the heck is this? Why? How's it going, Sir Sase? Ooh. This looks epic. I think, it's up to your own interpretation, obviously. I really like my PS5. Like, I feel like it was worth the purchase. I'm very happy with it. It is exactly what I thought it would be. A much better PS4, and the PS4 is my favorite console of all time. So a better PS4 is, to me, a great thing. Now, if you have a PS4 and you're like, eh, then paying $500 for a better PS4 might not sound great to you. But for me, the PS4 is my favorite console of all time, so the PS5 is, like, awesome to me. So it's really up to you. If you're a Sony fan and you like your PS4, the PS5 is a very, very great upgrade. Because you can play all your PS4 games on it, they all play amazing. The UI is great and like allows you to organize all your games, PS4 or PS5, digital or not, all in one place. So, like, if that's what you're looking for, it's good at what it does. But if you're like, I don't want that, then yeah, paying $500 for a console with like 5 games right now probably isn't something you're looking for. That's another thing I need to do. I need to play the remake on PS5. We'll do that soon. I want to know what that sword was back there. I missed it, and I don't know how to get to it. Can I just run away from this fight? Because it's going to cost me my everything. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Dude, I can't wait to see Cloud's nose hairs. That's what I was missing from the first one. That was the one thing. I was like, man, 9.9 out of 10, but can't see Cloud's nose hairs. So, can't give it a 10. Hey, that's not true, Zuloff. If they just take the PS4 version and make a PS5 version out of it without changing the textures, that means that we'll get to see the PS2 textures with more visibility, with more clarity. It'll be more clearly a PS2 texture. It'll look even worse because everything else around it will look better. Great. This could be going slightly better. Let's turn him into a pig. This is the one time that status ailments will work. Check this out. Pig dragon. Never mind. Is it me, or is Final Fantathon on the new restaurant we always seems like it's something different restaurant week, and every week it always seems like it's a new Fantathon? You're gonna have to clear that one up a bit. An attempt was made, but I'm gonna need a bit of clarity on that. Having said that, I completely agree. Whatever it is you're trying to say, I completely agree with it. I'm all in. Earthbound is definitely on my list, but I have a long list. That's all that matters. If you can laugh at yourself, that's all that matters. Yeah, I have a long list, and it keeps growing. It's like a CVS receipt. Ah! Edge. Yo, J. Alex, thank you for the tier 2 16 months. Maybe some foam in the chat. Thank you so much, Alex, for the support. Welcome back, dude. Are turn-based RPGs among your favorites? Yes and no. I've kind of realized over the years that turn-based RPGs, like, it's not... Them being turn-based isn't the reason I like them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a requirement. If you had asked me, like, 6-7 years ago, I probably would have said, like, yes, turn-based games are my favorite, or close to my favorite. But the more I play them, the more I realize, like, the actual turn-based aspect isn't the reason I like them. I mean, I grew up with Final Fantasy VII, and to me that was turn-based, but later I played real turn-based games, and I'm like, oh, it's not really turn-based, it's ATB, which is quite a bit different. And I think I prefer ATB to turn-based. Which is what this is, actually, sorta. It's like, I don't know, would you call this ATB? It's almost like hybrid. Like, it's... No, I mean, I guess it is ATB, really, because they can even attack while I'm, like, sitting here choosing stuff, so yeah, it's definitely ATB. I was thinking in my head that it froze when I got to here, but it doesn't, so never mind. Yeah, and this is, like, true ATB, and I think I prefer this over turn-based. But it really depends on the game, because Final Fantasy X has probably my favorite RPG combat ever. And it's completely turn-based, so... It just depends on the game. If the game is built around it well, then it can be anything it wants to be. And I think Final Fantasy X is a true testament to that. Because on the surface, it feels like Final Fantasy X being truly turn-based would be a step back, since a lot of these games are ATB. But then, when you play it, you realize that it's built so well around being turn-based that it, you know, like Readily said, it is truly the master of turn-based battle. It does turn-based battle the best it can possibly be done. So, because of that, it's great. How's it going, Mavic? How you feeling, man? How's your work going? You getting there? Oh my! That's a thing. Slowly getting there.